Good morning, everybody. We start in 2 minutes. You are already here, Dhruv. If you're saying you're already here, good morning to Spiritual Healer. Good morning to Dhruv. Good morning to Rita Ji. Good morning to Penuhal. Who else is here? Please say good morning. The screen will open in a minute when we are ready to get started. Till then, enjoy the blank screen and my beautiful voice. Welcome, welcome, everybody. We start in 1 minute. Hello and welcome to everybody to this beautiful Sunday and a webinar which focuses on spiritual evolution of the universe. So I would like to or love to hear some hellos. And we are almost ready to get started. Just allowing for some people who asked to give them a minute to join in, and we will continue. How is everybody on this Sunday? It's beautiful here. The sun is amazing, gorgeous. My plants are all green. So I am having an amazing, amazing morning. Hello, hello, hello. Who all can hear me? Just say yes. Since there are people saying no voice in the audio, can you hear me now? Awesome. Brilliant. Let's get started. For everybody who's new here, I am Dr. Saurabh Bedani. I'm a mental health expert, a human evolution entrepreneur. What does that mean? It means I am here to help you with your challenges so that you can reach who you truly are in this lifetime. Over the years, as I've worked through various industries, I've realized that people stop themselves from becoming that force, that superhuman, that energy, just because of small blocks in their life that would have occurred in this lifetime or previous lifetimes. And I help you clear them. My background was from the corporate world. I spent 16 years there, and one beautiful night in Manali, when I was reading about Shiva, enlightenment came to me, and my purpose in life came to me. After that, the journey has been of facilitating people, giving them an assisting hand wherever I can to help them realize their dreams for the evolution of this universe. Enlightenment, which is an interesting subject, will be our webinar for next week. But for now, our focus is on the evolution of the spiritual universe. So, in the chat box, which for me is right here, let's ask people some questions, shall we? Because this is going to be an interactive session. And what will that be? The question is, what do you understand as the word spiritual and as the word universe? Let's hear some answers. Let's see what people have to say. I can see some chats coming in. I'm just waiting for some more, and we can share it with every single person. In the meantime, enjoy this blue color behind me. My room is blue and yellow, day and night. Maybe one of the webinars, I will switch the cameras and you can see the day part of my room. Spiritual relate to the soul. How to connect to the universe. You will come to that side, but first is what is the universe? That is the question. Thank you, Rita ji, for answering the question on what is spiritual. All right, before I answer that, spiritual is enlightenment and universe is cosmos. Thank you, Sarah. Gitika says spiritual for me is belief in supreme being and trying to be good, trying to be a good human being. Amit says it's self-enlightenment. Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you, Gitika. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sai. All right. So before I answer that, we are going to do a short exercise. I would like you to take your 5 fingers, place them to each other, and I share this exercise in every single workshop and webinar I do. It's the simplest exercise to activate all of your body to work towards whatever you're focused on now. It is no secret that every single life coach, every single guru, every single spiritual teacher connects these two. We will talk about this and why this happens in a little bit, but let's focus on the exercise. Uh, Deepti says understanding universe is understanding that one is the all part of Almighty. Rita ji says universe, all what is not the soul. Deepti Suri says the soul is a part of the universal soul. And Vijay says spiritual is related to beyond physical. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. So I would like you all to stretch your shoulders a little bit and slowly start focusing, closing your eyes on your breath. Touch your feet to the ground if you can, and feel the sole of the feet connecting with our Mother Earth. Feel your scalp, your hair, connecting with the air, the atmosphere that is around it. Open your eyes for 1 minute as I show you what you need to do. Slowly, as you breathe in, take your arm completely up and stretch it. And as you breathe out, Bring it all the way down to your navel. Easy exercise? Great. We are going to do this 21 times. Breathe in and breathe out. Eyes closed, please. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. That's 3. Breathe in and breathe out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Continue doing it as I talk to you more about what this exercise is for. 11, 12. This exercise helps you become a part of the universe. It starts detaching your body from what is materialistic or what's called Maya and starts attaching you with the larger goal, the larger purpose. There are two kinds of souls: the local soul, which is within our body, and the non local soul or the Paramatma, which is the parent of this soul, which is the ocean of which we are the rivers. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And the final one, 21. The benefits of this exercise is, of course, like I said, to create purpose in your life whenever you're lost. It also reconnects you whenever you are feeling disconnected. So, we all know that the universe got created with the Big Bang, which, of course, now the scientists have said it was multiple small bangs. In our spiritual books, there is a story which I shall now share. So, before there was everything, there was energy. Energy, or as we call her, Kalima, needed space. So she found Shiva. She needed the energy to be always balanced, never go out of balance, never go too much, too little, because that would lead to destruction. So Vishnu was found and formed, who was the balancer of all energies. And finally, Brahma, who would be the architect, who would decide what would look like what. So everything we see in shapes and forms are considered to be Brahma's creation. But before that happened, she had to take 108 births to realize that she was the energy that would evoke the universe. So the little bangs were, as per our spiritual books, the rebirth of Kalima in various forms, the second last being Sati and the last being Parvati. And before anything could get created, everything needed to be destroyed, which was the pralay that happened. Of course, in some books, Vishnu is the creator, which is fine, but the focus of this workshop is to understand the roles of each one of them. Vishnu is still the balancer of energies in every aspect. So, this is the story of Shiva and Parvati. Now, as Parvati grew, her energies expanded. Shiva, the space, had to continue to grow and expand. And before we go further, how does it connect all back to us? Our birth has required that all of our ancestors from now to thousands of years, the written books in Hinduism take you back to 20,000 years. So you can imagine how much more behind we are, right? Our ancestors. They're coming together, thousands of them coming together, millions of them coming together, has created us. So multiple big bangs have happened or small bangs have happened to create the big bang who is us. As we grow in life, we start evolving. Evolution is the only rule that is an extremely important rule. We start evolving from who we were to who we are to who we will become by what we learn. Which is why when somebody says stagnation is bad, it is true. If you decide to stagnate, you will exit this world. Continuous growth is an extremely important aspect because just like Kalima, the energy, the feminine energy in us, always requires us to grow. And by the way, all women have masculine and feminine energies, and all men have masculine and feminine energies. Some more than the other, but exists in both. And our feminine energy in us always pushes us to evolve, and that creates the space for us, particularly for human beings. It's the mind evolution that happens, which of course manifests physically into the body actions that we do. Let's continue on with the story, shall we? The universe keeps on expanding. Basically, that means that Shiva and Parvati are in continuous motion. She continues to fall in love with him and keep on growing, and he provides the space for her to grow. But how does the universe grow? And what is our purpose here? How are we contributing to the universal expansion? Universe expands due to the energy that keeps on expanding. How do we create the energy? We create this energy with the thoughts that we have from the interactions that we do daily. So we meet a lot of people here and there, this and that, things like that happen. We have thoughts. These thoughts don't stay here. They actually get pushed out into the atmosphere, just like the air you breathe. When you breathe out carbon dioxide, it goes into the atmosphere. Your thoughts also go into the atmosphere. There are multiple experiments that have been done. One of the popular ones is the bowl of water. Take 2 bowls of water, put one in one room, put another in another room, yell at one, and show love to the other bowl. The one where you yell will start stinking, and the one that you show love to is fresh, which means your thoughts do impact the atmosphere around you. Now, the example is when somebody is angry at home, the whole mood of the home is low. And when somebody is happy, the mood goes up. So, if we stop thinking, if we stopped interacting, if we stopped having moods, the universe would reduce, and finally collapse. So you realize that without doing anything, you are actually contributing to the growth of the universe. Let's change gears a little bit, shall we? But before we do that, any questions? In the meantime, Manish has said it is very important to have a connect with your higher power. Thank you so much, Manish, for that answer. And for all those people who are here, please put the like button, subscribe button, the bell ring button, everything should be there. And if you do, I will share the secret of the bell with you. There's an amazing secret with the bell and your manifestation, which I'll share only if I get 20 plus likes in the next 10 minutes. But in the meantime, any questions before we go on to the next step? So I am getting thumbs up signs. Great. But you have to press the like button for the video also. And ask any questions. Awesome. Thank you. So let's get to the next step, shall we? Okay. So with every aspect in the universe, there is a positive and a negative. We see that in our books as well. There is Lakshmi and there is Alakshmi. The positive and the negative, the balancing forces. And this is extremely important to understand. We keep on asking, why is there so much sadness? Why is there so much sadness? Why is there so much sadness? With every sadness that exists, there is a happiness. So I will give you some fun things here. Whenever you're sad, realize that somebody else is happy, which means that you are taking on somebody's sadness and allowing them to be happy. Whenever you are happy, somebody will take on your sadness. The balancing forces of nature exists. This now let's explain in the form of matter and antimatter. In science, there are these two terms that exist. They basically say that for everything that you see straight, there is an opposite. Everything you see opposite, there's a straight one. And that was explained so nicely in the form of a negative force that existed. Let's talk about Lakshmi since I brought her up. She was a negative force in the way that she takes away abundance from you if you don't behave right. So, just as a suggestion to people, if you would like to follow, it's a good idea to have a statue of Alakshmi outside the house. She will always guard the house for any kind of wrongdoings. So, remember, if you are going to do something wrong to society, she will punish you. But if you're doing everything right, she will guard your abundance. She is Lakshmi's sister. Okay? The next topic is a discussion on our brain. Okay? Having access to our brain and using our brain. We've been told over the years that we use 2% of our brain to 10% of our brain. We actually use 100% of our brain. What we don't have is access to 90% of our brain. All the functioning of the brain happens through there, but we have no access to it. We can't control it. But the amazing aspect, which I must share with all of you, is as we are evolving, our sides of the brain that we didn't have access to is also opening up to us. It is in balance with the secrets of the universe that we are able to decipher. So as more and more universe is unfolded, more and more of our brain gets evolved. It is moving in conjunction. Now, when I say universe, you could look outwards or you could look inwards. The choice is completely yours. But you will have more and more access to your brain when you start allowing yourself to discover more of you or more of the universe outside. When we get to that point where we have access to our brain completely, we can create things from the energy of the air. So air is just an energy, right? It's just I'm an energy, you are an energy, we all are energies. We will talk about that a little bit more in a bit. But for now, we are all energies. And if you are able to access 100% of our brain, we are able to create things. So you want a new iPhone? Gets created. Whatever you think gets created. You want food? Gets created. No more Zomato or Swiggy required. Simple and easy. Which takes us to what I was just talking about. Energies. You, me, we all are energies. We all are vibrating energies. Our form is created because of the frequency of vibration that is within us. I am no different from the camera that I'm facing towards, just that my vibration is different. Which is why the power of Om is considered sacred, because Om consists of every single vibration in this universe. But we will say, how is that possible? Om is a sound. Om has 4 syllables, A, U, Ma, and the silence that follows. When we chant Om, 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 it's wrong. We have to allow the breath to completely go out of us in the final step where there's no sound. So we will practice that. And just let me see, there's a question. Currently, equilibrium is disturbed as per Gitika. Shailja, can you please repeat your question? I am not able to understand. I think I get it, but not completely. So please ask again. I will definitely answer it. All right. So let's do an exercise to create equilibrium. As Gitika said, it is currently disturbed. Close your eyes. Slowly fill your stomach, your diaphragm, your lungs with breath. Slowly, no speed. And when releasing, say, Oh. Oh. This exercise as well creates your deeper connect with the universe. And helps you focus. Focus helps you create at 100% efficiency. No particle, no object, no being in this world can multitask. We can do multiple tasks together, but we don't or do not have the capability to multitask. Because whenever you are doing a task, your focus shifts there. So let's say I am listening to music and I am writing. I cannot focus on both well and equally if I'm doing that. The music around me may help me focus better, but it is not where I am focused. So remember this. We always are always focused on one thing, and Om brings that awareness focus back to the here and now. 7, 11, 21, 108 times. You choose, you pick. But allow the silence of the Om to have equal importance as the A, U, Ma. Shailja, each one of these things that you're talking about, Touring, Mangalsutra, Sindoor, are have different significances. Not the webinar for it right now. I'm sorry, but if you can message me on WhatsApp, I can share details of it with you or discuss it in a future workshop and webinar. Okay. They each have a significance, and there were things for men also that had significance, which of course was lost over centuries. We can talk about that. All right. Okay. So, like I promised, I'm going to give you the secret of the bell or the kanti. When you go to a mandir, you ring the bell. What we do, tung, 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 absolutely wrong. You position yourself under the bell, okay? Close your eyes and ring the bell. The vibration of the bell goes to each one of our cells, and for a few nanoseconds, we are completely broken. We don't exist. All of our cells are absorbed into the atmosphere. And then we come back. Manifestation happens when you are connected with the Paramatma. The ringing of the bell for a few moments makes you a part of Paramatma. And at that moment, whatever you ask will come true only and only if it is for the greater good, for the societal good, for the human evolution. Any questions here? If this is understood, I'm going to summarize what we talked about. We talked about the evolution of the universe. We talked about the roles of the Trinity in the universe and Kali. We talked about how it works with us. We talked about our purpose in this universe. And we talked about how to connect with the universe all the time. Sai, the bell ringing is always in the morning, just before dawn happens. Shelja, if you completely surrender a divine plan, then you are just doing what your destiny is saying. So, absolutely, it will happen. Very interesting. I'll let me share that, though it's not part of the workshop, but let's talk about what are obstacles. Okay. Obstacles are our own created stories of what is stopping us and what's not stopping us. They don't really exist. I don't like that person because he does not take a bath every day. So I will not go to him and ask for help. Whose obstacle is that? Yours, not the universe. A simple example that I gave. Think about it, and you will start seeing that every single obstacle out there is your creation and no one else's. Gitika, ring the bell once, it's good enough. You don't need to ring it any more times. The process of surrender is simple. I do my actions, and whatever shows up, I accept. In one of my workshops before the Sunday webinars, I talked about the tool called I Acknowledge, I Allow, I Accept. So please go back and watch it. You will get a lot more details on how to surrender. How to focus and use the subconscious mind the full? I just shared Om. Clarity for inner block clearing. I think you got that. That's why she was saying thank you. We are going to do a workshop on Aham, completing ourselves next week. So come join us for that for more answers. Any questions you may have, you all have my WhatsApp number from the group. So please join in. Please subscribe if you liked this video, if it helped you. Please use the the three exercises, I think. Yes, I told you about in this workshop. You will see things change for you across your life in health, in relationships, in wealth. Things will transform for you. All you have to do is action. थैंक यू सो मच गीतिका, थैंक यू राजेश, स्पिरिचुअल हीलर, थैंक यू आपका आने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप पहले बोलते तो हम पूरी हिंदी में बात कर लेते, इंग्लिश में कम करते, पर आपने लास्ट में बोला अगली बार पहले ही मांगिए. आस्क एंड यू शैल रिसीव. इट विल हैपन. God bless all of you. But before we go, we are going to chant Om 3 times for the universe and the world, for all the human beings who are suffering, because the rest of the creatures are fine. So, for all the human beings who are suffering and in chaos, in whatever manner possible, we are going to chant Om 3 times. So, close your eyes and please follow me. You may have noticed that I have stretched my shoulders up straight, which passes all of the Om energy across your body, and each cell of yours starts transmitting positive energy to every single person in this universe. By taking your thumb and attaching it to your heart, you connect your soul energy directly through your offerings, because heart is the key to the soul. Let's do number 2. Oh. Let the vibrations of Om be felt completely by our body for it to benefit the whole universe. And now, the last one. Thank you so much, everyone. And in the meantime, Vijay, how to remain present? Use Om, please. And the exercise I taught you in the beginning, those would help. I am Dr. Saurabh Bidani. I have worked with over 20,000 clients, happy clients globally, and I'm looking to reach 10 million. So keep joining and keep transforming with me and my team. God bless and have a beautiful, beautiful hour, day, week ahead with your family, friends, and your pets.